I am Dr. Orimogunje Taiwo. I work in UCH and I'm a senior registrar in the Department of Radiology. I was diagnosed of cerebral aneurysm in May/June this year, precisely on the 18th day of May 2024. Around 4 p.m., I had a thunderous headache. That was the worst in my life. The headache came so suddenly with full intensity that I was rolling on the floor. And in the course of this headache that lasted several minutes, I actually thought I was going to pass on. I was rolling, became sweaty. After some minutes, this headache subsided. And I was wondering what could have been the cause. I called a doctor friend who came urgently. I asked him to take my BP. He did, and my BP wasn't high, was at the upper limit of normal. And I was now wondering what could have been the cause of my ordeal. On the 29th of May, again, I had similar headache. And at that point, I told myself I must do CT on that day, which showed the cerebral aneurysm. And at that point, my condition was worsened. Even though I was ambulant, there was no apparent neurological deficit. I was looking all normal. I could move, raise my hands and all that. But my condition was bad. I had to be admitted to the neurosurgical unit in the UCH. Aside the right-sided headache, I later had a pain, a right eye pain that I could say was worse than labor pain. It was as if my eye was going to pop out. When my family and friends heard the diagnosis of cerebral aneurysm, they were thrown into turmoil. It was as if a death sentence has been passed on me. In fact, some of my colleagues that came visiting were practically weeping because they knew the implication of this kind of condition. They knew the fact that a massive rupture was imminent and one could die without urgent intervention. It was such a heartbreaking diagnosis, very bad. My brother was weeping, my wife, family members, colleagues. In fact, my brother wept when he heard the doctor say. The doctor never knew that he was my brother. I mean, in usage now, the doctor had left my bedside and the doctor went out and shook his head and said, if this young man could make it, then it is a miracle. So when my brother heard that, my brother was narrating the story to me later. When he heard it, my brother is not a medical doctor, but when he heard such a comment, it was unbearable and he was weeping and praying. So in the course of my admission, there were two options open to me. One was at UCH, the only option available was to do open surgery, neurosurgery. But to this, I was not inclined. I was averse to subjecting myself to open surgery. The endovascular treatment offers more rapid recovery as compared to open surgery. So I made up my mind that I was going for that. I must say that cerebral aneurysm is one of the worst medical emergencies in the world that need urgent intervention. I got to Lagos for the procedure on the 5th of June. And that evening when I got to Lagos, I had another CTA done. The following day, my procedure was done, the treatment. So after the surgery, there was no complication. The procedure went on successfully. It was quite surprising that such a medical condition could be treated so fast and the person discharged so quickly. I just spent only 24 hours in the intensive care unit. Just 24 hours. I was moved to the ward and about 72 hours later, I was discharged. Today, I'm extremely glad, and I think it is important for almost all Nigerians to be aware of the availability of this kind of treatment in Nigeria, because this is a novel kind of treatment in this part of the world, and even in most parts of the world. But this is far superior to open surgery in the sense that, as you can see, there won't be any scar. You wouldn't see any scar post the procedure. In fact, if I don't tell you that I've undergone treatment for cerebral aneurysm, you wouldn't know. In fact, you might even say I'm lying about it. So today we have this kind of treatment. Not many people know. I thank God today. I think I want to re-emphasize that there is need, to circulate the news that we have a doctor who can actually offer this kind of treatment in Nigeria.